I certainly haven't.
What about snacks?
Doritos was a must.
Okay.
Some type of chips and dip was a big thing.
Yeah. My Super Bowl snack was the chili puffs. I think I have made these for you.
I think so.
Yeah. So essentially what they are, you make chili. Yes. You make chili just like you would normally make chili.
Uh-huh.
You go to Publix is the only one that sells it anymore, but there's these puff pastry shells.
Yeah.
And they're like these pastry shells. You cook those in the oven, and then you take the middle out. Then you pour the chili inside the puff pastry.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put cheese on top, put it back in the oven, melt the cheese, and it's a chili cheese pastry. And we had it every Super Bowl, and I love it.
Yeah.
And I make it now.
It sounds good.
Yeah. It was good.
Oh, dude.
But it would
I remember having it.
It would make you everywhere.
First cuss word.
Yeah. I probably won't put that in there.
There's everywhere.
So I remember us going to church together.
Yeah.
And you would joke, and I would die laughing because it wasn't really appropriate. And I don't mean vulgar. I just mean the timing wasn't really appropriate.
Right.
But
this is the best times.
PK would say something, and it wasn't the yeah church, right? Do you remember?
It was the stuff where he made us repeat.
Yeah. So
be like, the glory of the Lord. The what? Glory. The what? Can he not hear us?
that's what it is. He would make you repeat it.
Yeah.
It's like, glory of the Lord. What church?
I'll catch you on the repeat.
Glory of the Lord. What church? Glory. Can he not hear us? Oh my gosh. I used to, I couldn't handle that, you know?
One of my finer moments.
Well, there were more, because the other thing you would do is that you would repeat the wrong word.
Oh.
So he would have you like he would say,
I forgot about that.
we're talking about redemption and grace.
Oh, yeah.
So what church? And you're supposed to say redemption, but you would say grace.
Yeah.
You were like, all right. So redemption and grace. What church? Grace and redemption. You would always say the wrong word. And then our friend JR also did something pretty funny. Pico used to always say, I think he probably still does. He used to end the sermon with, God is good all the time. All the time. God is good. And so one time he was like, God is good all the time. All the time. All the time. And I did
JR.
I did a rendition on that where I was talking about halftime. Where how would you explain it to a non-musician?
It's basically it's like a regular beat, and then you
space out.
You cut it in half.
Yeah, yeah.
And you space it out, and it sounds like it's going slower, but it's actually the same tempo. But it's
yeah.
But yeah.
So if a song is like halftime is right?
Yep.
And so it's very present in pop punk.
Yeah.
But usually when halftime is happening, it's rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
And so
it's super heavy.
I came up with the saying of God is good all the time, but in halftime, God is better. Nathan.
Yes.
Now
Jeremy.
it's time for Mount Rushmore. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba, 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 da, da, da. Woo! All right. So this Mount Rushmore is 80s movies.
Oh, okay.
Boy, I love me some 80s
What a time.
movies. Mount Rushmore is not necessarily the things, like, if you leave something out, it doesn't mean that it's not a good movie.
Right.
Mount Rushmore, you have 4 selections and you only have 4. So this is the top of the game.
You know what it is? It's kind of like Deserted Island.
It's exactly like Deserted Island.
Yeah.
You know what movie I would take? The Crow.
Nice.
I would
Dwight.
I got one that I know for sure, and the other ones I'm maybe going to have to think about it.
Okay.
The number 1 80s movie for me
Yeah.
that just trumps everything,
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller. It is my favorite, man.
That's a good one.
I remember calling out sick. Mom, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. Sometimes I lied.
You're in trouble.
I know. But I remember full Inception, called out sick, and watched Ferris Bueller calling out sick.
I love Inception.
I think that's my number 1. I love John Hughes,
Yeah.
and that movie is just perfect. It's a perfect movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's got to be on there. What's one you would say?
80s movie for me. Probably the top one. And it brings such nostalgia. Music's great. E.T. I'd have to put a E.T. up there.
E.T.'s.
For sure.
That's a good one, man.
Another one that is obviously nostalgic for me, and it has been resurrected this past couple of years, is Karate Kid.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
That's a great one. Was it Three Ninjas? Do you remember that movie?
I do.
Was that 90s?
I think so.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Karate Kid. You're talking about it's been revived with Cobra Kai?
Cobra Kai.
I haven't watched Cobra Kai.
On Netflix.
Should I?
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay.
If you like Karate Kid,
Loved Karate Kid.
yeah, it brings back the feels.
It's not a highly rated movie, but I love Weird Science.
Oh yeah,
I love that movie.
super 80s, man.
Yeah.
And no, I'm gonna say The Goonies.
The Goonies.
The Goonies.
It's a good choice.
Just because you have your teenage crush on there, like the redhead. I was definitely in love with her. And then just the adventure that all the boys were out for, just like, and it was the first Stranger Things is what it was.
Yeah.
That's where it originates from anyway. So
Back to the Future.
nice.
That's one of the greatest movies, period.
Oh yeah. It's done so well.
I love that movie.
All 3 of them are done well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about Westerns. And we were trying to name them, and you were like, hey, could I name Back to the Future 3 as a Western? I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely you could. That's how good it is.
Yeah. It's so good.
And what's the character of Biff?
Oh yeah, Buford Mad Dog Tannen. He's like saying all these phrases from like today, and then he just says them to Buford, and Buford's like, "What do you say?" He'd be like, "Lighten up, jerk," and he'd be like, look at his friends and be like, "Mighty strong words, runt." Oh man, gosh, that guy was so good.
Those movies are fantastic.
Yeah, so good, man. I'm gonna go with Empire Strikes Back, the best Star Wars movie ever.
Nice.
There we go. 1980.
Wow. So your Mount Rushmore is E.T.,
Yep.
Karate Kid, The Goonies,
Yes.
and Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I can live with that.
I'm an idiot.
Huh.
I know exactly what mine is. All right. I know what mine is.
Okay.
Number 1, Ferris Bueller.
Right.
Number 2, Back to the Future. Number 3, Weird Science.
Yeah.
Number 4, Breakfast Club. I'm a big John Hughes fan. I mean, whatever. Yep. And when I hear 80s movies, I think of him.
Absolutely.
But I like that ours are different.
Yeah. And if we're on the same deserted island, we can just trade.
Yeah. If we go on the same deserted island, we're gonna get along great.
Exactly.
And do a podcast.
Yep.
But the deserted island better have multiple frequency Wi-Fi network.
Yes.
Or I'm gonna be pissed.
And available for Amazon to deliver.
Yes. I'm just saying, if I am on a deserted island, I don't want to be miserable.
Right.
That's the last thing I want, is to be miserable on a deserted island.
Yeah.
And it's not too much to ask to give me the internet so we can podcast and we can order things on Amazon, which is all we do in life, and smoke cigars.
Yeah. And then Amazon Fresh.
Yes.
So we can have our groceries.
And it'll be delivered by ship. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If we're on a deserted island together,
right. Yeah.
I want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't want to be miserable on this deserted island.
No. Mm-hmm.
I want one day Amazon delivery, because they can just pull the ship over. Doc.
Here comes the ship.
Here comes the ship. There it is. Come on.
Amazon.
Come on. What did you order from Amazon?
Ordered tube socks.
What color?
White with the blue and yellow stripes at the top.
I gotcha. Matches the 80s movies.
Boom.
Boom.
And short shorts.
Yeah. Is that the ship I hear again? Go ahead. Is that the ship? Oh. It's my hairspray. You can't go to a deserted island without hairspray.
No.
Not going to look like an idiot and be an idiot in the same day.
From Ulta.
Hey, is that the Amazon ship?
Yep.
I think that is my Brute new scent deodorant.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to smell good for all the ladies.
Yeah. I do not want to be on a deserted island and be uncomfortable.
No.
Miserable. I do not want to smell.
No.
If you're going to put me on a deserted island, I want it to be the best experience of my life.
I want to be fresh. Amazon Fresh.